As was good. What we're going to do is take a look at my player level 3 technician, 65 overall, which is the worst it can get. Now, eventually we'll rack up enough VC. Now, putt rhythm, I don't think is a big deal. So, putt path matters, right? If we max that, then we can get that to 59. We'll probably end up one day going 64-60 on this. Now, with putt contact, and notice each one side by side, you can't have them both. You got to pick between. It's kind of like speed and size. You know, in a football game or in a hockey game, if you have a certain amount of speed, you can only have so much size and vice versa. So here, putt contact, putt weight. So it's like, do you want to be on line or do you want to have good weight? That's tough because both of those things matter. So it's also like on the sticks, what do you think you're going to mess up more? I think putt weight's very easy. Putt contact matters a lot to keep it on line. So I would probably, 69 is the most you can get that to. Putt weight's pretty simple the way it moves back. I'd probably want to get that at least to a 60, so we'd probably do this. So with technician, apparently you can't be a ridiculous putter, and that's okay. So we'd probably have these just like this. Putt path matters, putt contact matters, rhythm and weight matters a lot. But I think how hard it is to hit the line as the circle expands is way easier than it is to be on line on the way up. So we would probably lean towards contact when we get there. Excuse me. Now, with rhythm, not very concerned about that or transition. I feel like we typically have a perfect transition and our rhythm's usually pretty good. So one day we'll probably just get this to 70. Can we go? Yeah, I would want this balanced because I don't feel like one's ahead of the other. We'll probably end up 74 one day with those. We don't have enough points to max them all out, right? Now, shaping and recovery, I am all about that. I would get that recovery up because I'm not that worried about the shaping. I am worried about, I'm going to put in some bad lies. And when I do, can I get out of it, right? So I'd probably max this, maybe go 70-60, right? That's probably how that'll end up when we get there. I think hitting off of bad surfaces and minimizing the correction of the lie, that's huge. Now, correction. Determines natural draw fade bias severity. Okay, so correction, what that means is it's just a bigger angle that you're coming across when you shape it. So if I want to shape it a lot, if I have good correction, a really high correction, probably in sculptor, right? If I was in sculptor mode, I'd probably start with 75 correction. And what that means is I wouldn't have to go that far off center to balance that. I don't think that's a big issue at all. I mean, you turn this around, I don't think it's that important with, you know what you got to do and you could just do it, right? Maybe I would bump this to like 70 and I just, swing path is everything, man. Everything. There's bringing it back and being in between, it honestly affects your shot. Next to contact is the most important thing there is, period. So we're probably going to go very light on correction one day and very heavy on swing path. Now, power. Right now, my golfer cannot hit the ball as far as I can in real life. Now, there's guys who could drive the ball that are friends of mine that can drive it 320. You know, I'm not a big hitter, but I'm big enough that it's like, this golfer sucks, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with hitting the ball 265. And truth is, if I hit a fade, it's going 265. I have hit the odd fade 280, but usually if I'm hitting a fade, it takes a lot of power off the ball. 265 is like my fade ball. I chose draw bias because in real life I do draw the ball, and it's like, if I'm hitting a draw, you can add 20 yards to my ball. If I'm hitting a fade, you can take 20 yards off that ball. Like, just to break it down with a simple club, if I'm hitting a 9-iron and I just hit a straight dart, it's going 150, right? If I hit it with a draw, it's going 160. If I hit it with a fade, it's going 140, right? Like, that's how that's going to shape up. So this is not far off. Like, my 60 degree, 92 is what I would hit on average, kind of. But really, the 60 is closer to 100 yards. Now, my 56, 102, that's pretty good. I've just found, like, lately I've been hitting it like 108-ish in real life, right? Somewhere in that vicinity. My 50-degree club is like auxiliary club in real life. with the set that I hit, the TaylorMade set, which is a 50. I don't even know if it's like 52 degree or 50 flat, but whatever it is, it goes 125, right? So let's go to here, and my driver should be okay, let's say it's 270. These numbers are close to being accurate, very close across the board. If we get to 275, that is really pretty tight. I don't really drive it 280 consistently, like no wind, and I just bomb it 280 every single time. I'm less than that. But I do hit my 60 degree 98. I do hit my 56 108. I don't know why I don't hit my driver's a little bit too high of a loft, I think, for me. And it's not an extra stiff shaft, it's just stiff. So that's where I think I'm losing yards. But all these other numbers, 123 on the 50 degree, like that's my auxiliary wedge, that's bang on. Pitching wedge, bang on. Maybe 135. 9 iron, maybe 151. It's pretty bang on. 8 iron's weird for me. For some reason, it's 165 to 170. My 7 iron's 175 to 180. My 6 iron's 185 to 190. My 5 iron's 200, which is pretty bang on. I don't carry a hybrid or a 5. I carry a 4 iron that goes about 210. So that's basically the 5 hybrid. And I carry a 3 hybrid that does not go 235. It goes more 220. So that's a big discrepancy in those numbers, but they're different clubs. And then my 3 wood does go about 250. I can go 265 with the 3 wood if I pure it, right? And there's times where I don't catch all of it and it's 245. But 265 is like well struck, not into the wind, you know, just nothing going on. And 280 is probably like a good drive for me, not into the wind, etc. So that's how that breaks down. We're going to play with this later, see what it gets to, and I will see you guys next time.